New details about the Tesla Cybertruck attack in Las Vegas earlier this year. You might remember seeing this explosion on New Year's Day, showing the Cybertruck erupting into flames right outside of the Trump International Hotel. Now authorities say a decorated Army soldier detonated the explosion, killing himself and injuring 6 people. Today, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department released an after-action report detailing its response to that blast. CBS News reporter Andres Gutierrez joins us live. Andres, thanks so much for being with us. What does this report cover?
Well, Elizabeth, it is 70 pages and it covers a lot of ground. First and foremost, this report is essentially a play-by-play of how first responders handled the Cybertruck explosion outside the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas on New Year's Day. It walks us from the moment Army Staff Sergeant Matthew Livelsberger, a Green Beret, pulled into the valet area and blew up the truck, to how police and firefighters worked together to secure the area. It also lays out how investigators pieced together this case using a network of surveillance cameras, license plate readers, and video from Tesla charging stations to retrace Livelsberger's route from Colorado to Las Vegas. It also does look at to how police ended up coordinating with federal agencies to figure out who Livelsberger was and whether anyone else was involved.
And Andres, what changes does the report recommend here?
Well, first and foremost, it also does point out some of the lessons learned regarding this case. One of the biggest is to train first responders to specifically respond to EV fires. There was some initial response to that ended up holding back the firefighters from going in to putting out the flames. It also calls for a faster coordination between police and fire commanders. According to the report, there was a delay in getting a fire liaison to that command post early on, which ended up slowing down communication. And so it says that police need to also secure every side of a scene, because the officers there were really quick on locking down the front of the hotel, but there was a back area of the hotel that ended up staying longer than it should during those evacuations. And so right now they have already made plans to undergo those changes, and those changes are being built into future training.
So Andres, what does this report tell us about the bomber and even his motive?
So investigators say that Livelsberger spent days preparing for this. He ended up renting that Cybertruck through the Turo, a car-sharing app in Colorado. He ended up loading it with fireworks, gas cans, and racing fuel, and then drove more than 700 miles from Colorado to Las Vegas. Before the explosion, he ended up disabling the truck's cameras so nothing inside of it would be recording what he was doing. And then after the explosion that ended up killing Livelsberger, injuring 6 others, detectives ended up finding 2 iPhones, a handgun, and a written manifesto. The phones were damaged but still readable, and so what was recovered in them did help investigators confirm that he acted alone. The Defense Department did classify that manifesto later on as classified, and so we still don't know the full motive, only that this was a planned, deliberate attack that was carried out by Livelsberger, and Livelsberger by himself.
Andres Gutierrez, thank you so much.